Hi, cousins and bosses. It's Andy Jenkins, and I'm here with my good friend, old boss Paul Colligan. And Paul and I go back several years, and we've worked on a lot of new media projects together, and we've had great discussions about new media. And the reason I want Paul to talk to us today about YouTube is because he is a bona fide expert. He's one of them, their gurus in YouTube. So I brought Paul along with us, and he's going to walk us through his secret formulas about YouTube. And one of the things that you need to know about Paul is he's a gangster. And I'm actually just going to read what we have up here on the screen. Paul has NDAs, those are non disclosure agreements, with Microsoft, Apple, and Google. That means he's on the inside. Now, he's not going to bust those NDAs today, but he is going to give us some real important information about how we can use new media and video sharing sites like YouTube to get ranked, get more traffic, get more views, and ultimately help us make more money. He's also the author of the definitive work called the Business Podcasting Bible. He has made a great product. This was a home run product called YouTube Secret Weapon. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Paul, and I would encourage you to do that, Paul is going to come on, hang out with us and be a boss here. He's an actual boss client in Video Boss, but you can always go hang out with Paul at paulcolligan.com. That's his blog. You can check out what he's doing on YouTube at youtube.com/Colligan. His Twitter account is twitter.com/Colligan. And I think probably his big damaging admission, the way that he wants to start this off, is he didn't take YouTube seriously enough early on. So, Paul, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, I saw YouTube as a gimmick. I saw it, the analyst in me, even though I flunked accounting, the analyst in me said, they're losing money, parsing bits of kids getting hit in the head with bricks. It just wasn't.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm all for kids getting hit in the head with bricks.
Yeah.
I just don't, it's not a business model. Now, I know some internet marketers right now will try to make a secret book about that, put it up at ClickBank, but it's not something I necessarily recommend. And then when they got bought for $1 trillion, I just thought, oh man, there is so much Kool-Aid down in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it. I didn't do it. YouTube Secret Weapon 1, when we did it, it was as much an experiment and a favor as it was a strategy, but my God, that changed very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a couple of stories. So I got asked to come down to YouTube, to come down to Google, to do one of their tech talks. And if you guys ever get a chance, go to YouTube, look up the Tech Talk channel. It's amazing. They've got people a lot more brilliant than me, but I was able to go down there and do one. And they wanted me to speak on New Media Mavericks, Will the Revolution Be Spidered? It was a fun presentation. You could see right behind me in that picture, they were actually broadcasting it to other rooms as well. And I brought it was the geek show. It was all the engineers. So I brought like a big box of toys. And it was just funny because when you watch the video, you can see him passing it back and playing with it, and
awesome,
all that good stuff. But what was interesting was and the way they do the tech talks is a strategy. If anybody wants to get one of these done, basically you do the tech talk, then you sign the NDA, then they shut the doors, then you start talking. And it's a great thing to do. But so I'm filling out the paperwork, and me being the brilliant man that I am, Andy, you'll appreciate this.
Yes.
So they hand me the piece of paper that says, you give us the rights to put this thing on YouTube. And, me being all smart and, knowing YouTube, I'm like, well, wait a minute. My presentation's more than 10 minutes long. And they're like, Paul, we own YouTube. We can put the whole thing on, and I think it's kind of symbolic because, YouTube is often much bigger than what we think it is. I was going down, my whole presentation was to the Google guys. I was going down to the engineers. I was presenting to them. It wasn't about YouTube at all until I signed that piece of paper. And but it was just funny because it's like, oh yeah, you guys are bigger than that. And one of the guys looked at me and his eyebrow raised in sort of a Spock-like thing, and he goes, "You have no idea." And maybe I better start taking this stuff seriously. So another YouTube story. So our buddy Onyx Singal, PPC Classroom, affiliate classroom, Learn Inc. I did a big review of version 1 of the PPC Classroom. And version 1 was a $2,000 course with the good traditional $1,000 affiliate marketing commission. And I enjoy those. I enjoy those a lot. And Onik launched version 2 of PPC Classroom. And you can see actually he's at version 3 now, as you can see on the screenshot that I grabbed yesterday. Onik launched version 2. And Onik calls me up, which Onik very seldom does. And Onik says, "Hey, Paul, thanks so much for your support of version 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, version 2 went to a $37 product that, Andy, I wasn't promoting.
Okay.
I had no links to it. I had no nothing to it. I'm like, but when a hotshot calls you and says thanks, you say you're welcome. You know, and then you figure these things out later. So I dig up my account in Gmail. I figure out my login and password, because remember, I haven't logged in a year. I look, and holy crap, there's a bunch of clicks. And not only are there a bunch of clicks, but there is a really high conversion rate. Now, it's not, you know, it wasn't the $1,000 pop that we'd gotten last round, but for free money, it didn't suck.
Mm-hmm.
Write that down, everybody. Free money don't suck.
Does not suck, yes.
That's a slide.
I have that in my iPhone.
That's a slide right there for you. And I went the entire extent of the PPC Classroom 2 launch not knowing where these links and conversions were coming from. I had no freaking idea. Until somebody one day emailed me and said, "Hey, Paul, now that the launch is over, how did you get your video to rank so high in YouTube?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "What?" And, you know, as you can see here on the screen, you know, in 2007, I did a quick video, and the whole video, guys, is about, is it worth the $2,000? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And I had none of the tricks, none of the cool stuff I'm going to show you today. I just had embedded, Onik didn't grab ppcclassroom.net, so I grabbed ppcclassroom.net. I just referred to that over and over again. It was in the slide presentation. As you can see, it's 8 minutes. So basically, I chatted, is it worth spending all this money? So if I would have used a video that talked about all the money, I clicked over, it was only 30, I wouldn't have bought. I mean, the video made no sense at all to any concerned person thinking about buying it, but at the time it was number 3 in Google for PPC Classroom.
And so just an old video that had hung around that wasn't even about the current product ended up making you some free money.
Yes.
Well, good Lord, I guess that's better than a soft poke in the eye.
So you know, and the thing is, I mean, you look at it, you look at the screen, you don't need to be a student of eye tracking or anything. You know, this is results from Google. Where does your eye go?
It goes right to the picture.
Exactly. You know, I mean, that's what, if there are 10 and report after report after report after report is that, you know, if you got 10 results, one of them is a video, the video gets clicked on.
Yep. That's
right.
You
know, which suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, Google's acquisition of YouTube begins to make more sense.
And you feel just a little bit foolish, but you're ready to make amends.
Well, exactly. I'm ready to do something about it. So, stuff we're going to cover today. Some of the stuff Andy chatted about, I got a few extras in here for you because that's the type of guy I am.
That's right. That's how we roll up in that video, boss.
Exactly. Okay, first thing, you're going to use your computer to get YouTube friends and subscribers, even if you don't have any content. Now, this is going to be fun. I'm in the middle of launching a YouTube channel right now that's about a week old. It has over 500 friends at the point. We're going to go out and look at some live stats a little bit later, but here's the best part. I don't have any videos of my own yet.
Well, you do, but just not on that channel, right?
Yes, obviously,
Right.
but actually everything until just yesterday was video that didn't even contain me.
Right.
Yesterday, a friend of mine put up a video that I linked to in it, and we'll walk through that. So I'll show you how you do it.
Okay.
And the cool thing is we'll link over to my computer that's running the software that does this for me. And by the way, it's all YouTube compliant. Don't worry about that. Next thing, okay, YouTube flash ads. You've seen these on some videos. Now, if you're from not from North America, you see considerably less of these. But basically, you know, now in YouTube, when you view videos, a good chunk of the time, you start to see lower third flash ads.
Mm-hmm.
And these are given to people who have high traffic videos, YouTube partners, that kind of stuff. It's a way for them to make money. I went to a briefing by YouTube. It's fun to go to briefings and ask, can I talk about this? Yes, no. Can I talk about this? Yes, no. And the briefing was that basically a 1,000,000 view video. Okay, so if you got a video that gets 1,000,000 views and you're a YouTube partner, the deal that YouTube will swing with you is about 8 to 10K. Okay, so you're getting about a penny a view.
Okay, gotcha.
If YouTube puts their ad on your video.
Gotcha.
Now, of course, their ad on your video is pretty much the hardest way to make money on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially at a penny a view.
Yeah, and the video that I'm going to show you a video in here, where my CPM was, thousands and thousands and thousands of times better than, the guy with the Hollywood film set.
Mm-hmm.
And mine was just a ScreenFlow presentation like we're doing right now. But anyway, YouTube does flash ads. Forget it. Screw it. Okay.
We don't want them nasty YouTube flash ads on our videos.
Exactly. Switch them out for your ads.
Mm-hmm.
A, legally and ethically. B, and without paying a dime. C.
Which is great. So you get the best of both worlds. You get to put your message out there, and if they happen to click, you're sending them where you want to send them.
Exactly.
Man, there we go. Like a boss.
Like a boss. Increasing your video view counts automatically and with YouTube's permission. Now, I have to add with YouTube's permission because if your history of YouTube, you got the top videos. There's the history of dance. There's Charlie Bit My Finger. There's the painting elephant, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for a while, there was a Christina Aguilera video that went to #1 very quickly, and then suddenly it went away. And it went away because what had happened was the Christina Aguilera fan club told everybody, put Christina Aguilera on your MySpace page, set it to autoplay,
mm-hmm.
and then when all of your friends come, you'll automatically be clicking up Christina's counts.
Mm-hmm.
And Christina went up pretty quickly, but they were all fake views.
Mm-hmm.
And so essentially YouTube went in, changed everything. Yes, it's Christina Aguilera's fault. But basically every place on the internet where you have an autoplay for a YouTube video that isn't the video page doesn't count anymore except for one place. And I'll show you that one place, and YouTube's fine with it.